Hey, I'm Jen and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you the exact formula that I've been using that has enabled me to completely change my body from this to this and maintain the results. And the best part is it takes minutes a day, not hours. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. And if you're new here, I'm Jen. I'm a mom of 3. I had my last baby at 45. I'm an esthetician and I'm a personal trainer. And I've struggled for years just thinking I had bad genetics. Like I had this layer of fat on my body that I was just going to live with for the rest of my life. And I feel like I've tried everything. And then I started training with a band. So specifically, I started using this band. My body changed within a week. So I started using this band on vacation because it's what I had. And I noticed really quick body changes. And I was like, what is going on here? Especially because my skin was also getting firmer. And I was like, how is this happening? And as an esthetician, I was really curious. So I started to just use the band. I stopped weight training and my body was changing really quickly. And I was like, what is going on here? So I've just been continually researching, experimenting with the band and the magic of this band and sharing what I've been doing online. So I'm going to break that all down for you today. As I started using the band and getting really fast body changes and skin changes, I realized that there was a gap in the market, especially for women 40 and above. There was nothing that helped us to build a better body, not break our bodies down, help us be stronger, help us feel better, and also address our skin changes as we are aging. Like no one is talking about that. None of the workouts that I was doing over the years really did anything for my skin. I still had cellulite, crepey skin, and no amount of weight training in classes was doing anything for these struggles that I was having. And they were only getting worse. I was getting cellulite here, which I didn't even know was like a thing. And I was really frustrated. And then just by chance of using the band, all of these things started to get better and really, really quickly. So I'm going to go over some of the things that I have learned so it can better help you in figuring out like why your body's not changing and how this is going to help you. So let's start with why that last layer of fat isn't moving. So I realized I could be strong and fit. I could be lifting weights, lifting heavy weights, doing the classes, doing all the things, checking all the boxes, getting in all my protein, getting in all my fiber, getting in all my steps, but I still looked soft. I didn't look fit. And then I realized that most workouts only train the muscle, but it completely skips the fascia, which actually is what determines our shape. I talk about fascia in a lot of my videos. Just really quickly here, fascia is the connective layer under our skin. It connects everything, and there's more and more coming out on it every single day because it's really a part of science that we are just discovering. It's really important, the key to us having that longer, leaner look, to having healthier, better bodies as we get older, because we're going through menopause and our hormones are changing and our estrogen is dropping. Our bodies are just more dry and compressed because of years of just bad posture, poor circulation. It's just all the things that have led us up to this point have kind of broken down our bodies, and specifically our fascia, because no one has been educating us on the fascia because it's really a new area of science. But that's how I discovered how my body was changing so quickly, because I was addressing the fascia, which typical workouts do not address. So when you start to do these kind of workouts with the band, it lubricates you from the inside. It's hydrating your body from the inside, which is something like even the best diet will not do. You have to have certain things in order to lubricate your fascia. And I talk in other videos about the things I do topically as well. But this, even alone, will help you so much because it's increasing your circulation and blood flow and lubricating your fascia from the inside. So it's helping to release those bonds that are pulling down your skin, those compressed, sticky bonds of fascia, pulling down your skin and making it look dimply, and releasing them so that your skin is hydrated from the inside and looks more soft and supple. And then you can actually start to see your muscle definition. No one talks about how weights really compress our bodies. And in order to have lubricated joints and have more mobility, we need more openness in our body. Just in general, as we are aging and our hormones are dropping and our estrogen is dropping, our collagen is decreasing. Our fascia stiffens, we're slower to recover, we're slower to heal from injuries, and we just have more inflammation. And lifting heavy weights and doing it consistently is only making those things worse than all the long workouts. I used to do long workouts. I still have clients that like to do long workouts because they think they're going to change their bodies, but they're not. And if what you're doing is not working, then you have to look at trying something else. And even if it's something that seems crazy, like it's not going to work, like minutes, how is minutes a day going to change my body when I'm going to all these classes? You have to trust the process and know what you're doing is not working, and be really open to new methods and new training. And there's a lot of science behind this way of training as well. If you love the classes, then keep the classes in, but you're going to have to find a balance so that you're able to kind of drop your cortisol and start to release some of that fat. And typical classes and workouts don't work in a 3D way. Our fascia is a 3D system. It wraps around everything. And most workouts are very linear. In order to get the longer lean results, in order to have that definition, we have to work out how our body is designed. And it's designed not in an up and down linear side to side. It wraps. So we want our workouts to wrap and move in rotations. This is key in order to get these results. Also, our body is one connected piece. So we are not little Lego figures. We are not just like do bicep curls. No, we have to address the body as a whole. And that's what this training method with the band does. And that's another reason that you get really good results. When you do a move, it actually is working your entire body. You feel it everywhere. So that gives you better results. So what I found and what I learned and what blew me away was that I was getting better results with shorter amounts of workout times. So I used to do 45-minute workouts of weights, and I would do my Peloton, that typical kind of thing that a lot of us are doing. And then once a week, I was doing like the heavy lifting. But when I started using the band, I started doing like 10 and 15-minute workouts. And then I started to even break that up and do a couple minutes here, a couple minutes here and there at work, in the kitchen. You see I upload videos a lot. And I started to even get better results, and I started to research about that. And it was really all about blood flow and circulation, because when I was doing a one workout a day, I was pretty sedentary. And then I would, kind of increase my steps here and there, but still I was pretty sedentary. So me doing the movements throughout the day enabled me, one, to be more consistent, to think about what I was doing, that I wanted to have more movement in my day, because as we get older, in general, our blood flow and circulation slows down. And I talk about this in a lot of videos. I'm really, really passionate about educating on blood flow and circulation, because as we get older, if we do not have good blood flow and circulation, it leads to so many problems, disease, heart problems, all kind of problems. So this way of training is really helping to increase your blood flow and circulation, and it acts as a pump. So I tend to retain a lot of water, and using this band helps to flush everything out. So even when I was using creatine, I used to retain a lot of water. And now when I use creatine with the band, and I actually am taking more creatine than I used to take when I was lifting weights, I'm not retaining water, because the band is helping to flush out my system and help with any water retention that I used to get. The fascia responds to more frequent low dose approaches, multi-directional angles, stretch under tension, micro movements, and definitely movements throughout the day. So it's minutes, not hours. And this has been the most life-changing part of the band for me, because it has given me so much more time. Like, I don't have to stress about when I'm going to fit in a longer workout. I don't have to stress about the actual workout, like what I'm going to do. And for women that have a hard time committing to workouts, this has also been life-changing for them, because it enables them to just be able to do something for themselves throughout the day. And that alone helps to build in habits of helping us to learn to take better care of ourselves, because as women, we tend to put everyone before us. But if you have the band out and you see it, you're more apt to do a little bit of band work. So I definitely recommend keeping the band in plain sight. It's like when I tell my facial clients, if they buy something, a product or a device, and then they never use it because it's like in the cabinet, then I just say leave it out on the counter, because when you see it, you're more apt to use it. That is going to be key also for you to get good results. It's literally like a minute here, a minute there throughout your day. You're going to see and feel the body changes so much faster. So I've been calling them sprinkles of exercise. When you sprinkle these throughout your day, your fascia stays hydrated, your cortisol lowers, your lymph flow increases, your elasticity in your body also increases. Your inflammation will definitely drop. I actually have been sleeping better. My mood is better. I have more energy. So when you do these micro movements throughout the day, these sprinkles of little movements, it actually gives you a little energy burst as well. And then your body also firms up faster, and you will notice that your skin is looking better as well. So this is why this method will give you better results sprinkled throughout your day than a one workout a day will ever. The other really important thing that this method does that most workouts and weight training do not is enables you to work out on angles. And you'll see when I upload a lot of videos, I'm always working out on angles. And this is really key. And you're going to love this when you start this kind of training because it just feels amazing to get your body to move in these spiral kind of patterns, in these elongated patterns, in these stretch under tension kind of patterns that we're not used to, but just really open up our bodies and make you feel so much better. The other key thing for this method is something called variable resistance training. So this is my longer set. I only do one set of an exercise, but it's not a traditional kind of set. If I was doing a shoulder press, it would be a full range of motion, and then you would shorten the range as you go. So there's a lot of time under tension. So a full range of motion, and then you would do a half rep, a quarter rep, and end with pulses. That would be one set. And that is a lot of tension on that one muscle. And that enabled me to get really good results, getting way better results doing one intentional set. And when you use a band and when you feel a band like this, there's constant tension through the whole range, where if you use weights, there's a lot of dead zones. There's a lot of areas that can cause more injuries, especially if you're doing it all the time or you're lifting heavier than you're supposed to be lifting for you. With the band, it starts out light and progressively gets heavier. Just know in general, the bands feel nothing like the weights. You'll see a lot of people comment when they get the band that it looks way easier than it really is. It's very challenging. In order to change our bodies, we have to challenge our bodies. I don't want you to think that this is a very easy band, that this is like a rehab band or a stretching band. It's not. In order to change our bodies, you have to have it be challenging for you. And I have a program called the Firm Up program, and also the Firm and Glow program, which has more skin firming tips from my years of being an esthetician. You can see information on that below. If you get the program, you'll see I talk about what my ranges are. So a lot of times I'll do 10. So 10 of a full range of motion, 10 shortening the range of motion, 10 shortening the range of motion again, and then 10 to 20 pulses. But that is going to be different for everybody. And the key is you have to go through that full range, and this helps us to develop our strength. So strength is really important. As we get older, we want to continually get stronger, and this helps to build strength. So you don't want to just do a full, all the way to the top and then be like, oh, that's really hard, and then finish with pulses. So when I did this and when I studied it, it's really important to work through the different ranges. We're just really addressing our muscles and our fascia from different ways. And this is really vital to help you build strength and also change your body, and also to help your skin look better. Now, what I say I do one set, if I was doing one set for shoulder, like a shoulder press, that's all I would do. But I would maybe do another shoulder exercise. And it doesn't have to be at the same time. Like literally I could do a shoulder press in the morning, and then I could do side lateral raises while I'm making coffee. And then I could do external rotations a little bit later, or you can just do it all at the same time. That's the beauty of this method. But you don't have to do like 3 to 4 sets of a shoulder press. Totally no, and that's why you're going to save so much time and your body is going to change so much faster. To summarize, the method that I use is minutes, not hours. You have to do the variable resistance training, just one set of an exercise. You have to sprinkle movements throughout your day. Remember to work in all different planes. So diagonals, spirals, rotations, cross body work from all different angles, high to low, low to high, and stretch under tension. So these are all pivotal to work our bodies in a 360-degree way, not just a linear up and down and side to side. If you do this, you're going to get better results. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to drop your cortisol. You're going to have less inflammation in your body. Your joints are going to feel better. You're going to look better. There's so many things that have changed for me that I know can help you. Definitely, if you are stuck and your body is not changing, then just give this method a try. Come on back and let me know how you do. I created a free guide when I started this training of different things that I was doing. So you can grab that down below. There's a free guide on workouts and also on skin firming, my fascia sculpting method that I use in my business and on myself that has really helped. That also is minutes a day. It doesn't take a lot of time. You don't have to be all lubricated up to do it. So definitely check out those guides. You can check out my Firm Up program as well. There's information down below. So I hope this just gives you hope in knowing that you can completely change your body as you're aging. You can look better, feel better, and also change your skin. Have that firmer skin, that long, lean look that we've all been trying to get, that has been so hard for us to get. So if what you're doing is not working, then be open to new methods. Once you start training your fascia, everything is going to shift. I will see you in the next one.